Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another playthrough of Minos, Dawn of the Bronze Age. We're going to be doing a playthrough with the expansion, Dawn of Faith. It's been a minute since we've done a playthrough of Minos. I meant to do one before the expansion came out because I was going to get my promos, and then I didn't get my promos, and then I was told that your promos are going to come in December, and they still didn't come, and I'm waiting on Board and Dice to answer my ticket. So, we didn't do a playthrough of Minos earlier. But the expansion's here, so I'm going to go over all the new changes here. I'm not going to go over the game plays because I've already done that, so check out that video if you don't know how to plays. I'm going to go over the new stuff, and then we're just going to do a playthrough. Like the Windmill Valley expansion, there's a small ambiguity in the rulebook that I am making an assumption on. If it's incorrect, just do note that, but I did ask on BGG. We'll get to that in a bit. So, really what this adds, it adds this area here to give offerings to gods. So we have offering to the gods here. These are boards that are randomized with an action, so you put this here. And there will be a symbol that looks like this that will allow you to spend, what is it called? Tributes? I think it's tributes, which is this icon. And tributes, all tributes are face-up cards in your play area, face-down cards in your play area. So when you gain a tribute, if you're just gaining one, you can take the top card of the deck, you place it, and that's a tribute. Whenever you get to activate an offering ability, you will spend that many tributes to get whatever bonus you want. So, for example, this one I can spend 0 tributes to get 2 weapons, spend 1 tribute to gain a person and put him down, or spend 3 tributes to get 2 points for every sea people I fought. The main way that we're going to trigger it is with these black dice. So you can see there are black dice now involved with a 2-player game, which is what we're simulating. We have 2 of each color dice, 3 of the primary colors, 3 gray dice, and the 3 black dice. And the black dice are special because the black dice do not have odd values. There's 2s, 4s, and 6s only. They do not contribute to going up on the tracks, but they will let you make an offering. So that's kind of the push and pull with that. There are going to be card abilities like this one here that lets you, when you activate a black die, you'll be able to take a temporary good of your choice. So there are ways to kind of use that ability in some way, shape, or form outside of just the ability to do that. And that's really the biggest thing that's getting added. I'm just trying to make sure, and there's of course like more cards and things like that got added in, like it's kind of a more stuffed expansion. The other thing is that the additional tiles of these are now in the general supply, and you're able to take them from abilities like you can see on this one up here. You can spend a tribute to take a random one of those tiles. Actually, it's sort of cut off, so let me kind of push this over just a tad bit. And you can see on this one, you could do that. Now, I am using, this is brand new, and I'm using this just to show you the tribute thing. And then there are 2 new abilities here. So I'm using this one, which lets us on income go up on one of the tracks here. And as we go up, we can go up on more tracks. So I'm going to go on a boat heavy strategy, which is one I haven't tried yet. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Yeah, okay. And so the change with the bot, now the bot doesn't interact with the black dice at all, and doesn't do anything with the tributes except on scoring. With the exception of at the beginning of the draft phase, we're going to shuffle these up, take one of these tiles, and whatever tile gets exposed, the bot, we are not allowed to do an offering to that particular god for this round. Now, the clarification I made that I asked on BGG, because it specifically says in each round at the beginning of the draft phase, draw the top solo god action tile from the stack, which is what these are, place it face up next to it. For the rest of this round, you cannot by any means make an offering to that god assigned by that action tile. It doesn't say anything about removing them, so it says it all singularly, but it doesn't say anything about removing them. So it makes me, my question on BGG was, does the one after the second round one, does it stay there? And there's 2. Now going into scoring, what changes with scoring is that before we do regular scoring for the scoring phases, we're going to shuffle these tiles and draw one, and then whatever the top one is for scoring, the bot will score that stuff. So that explicitly says to take these tiles and shuffle them up, which they're no longer out there. The other question I had was, if you only have one that you can't give to, does it have to be So for example, in the first round, say this is the one that we do, we know we can't give to that one. In the second round, do we pull this back and reshuffle it back in and then put it out with the chance of making this the second option or second round where we can't do it, or does it have to be one of the remaining three? So I'm going to just play it as one of the remaining three, and then it's only going to be one per round. I think that's the intent, but I'm not entirely sure, so please keep in mind that may be subject to change. I asked it on BGG, but I haven't got a response yet. So we're going to roll these dice, but I have to finish setup. On setup here, I have my money, my starting victory points, our starting location, and our cards, and we've got to make a choice here. So, and if you take a black die to the wild area, you get to pick any one of the gods to make an offering to. So I'm going to crack open my Dr. Pepper Zero, and we're going to get this thing going. Okay, so I do start off with the permanent wood. I want to try to get some more of these. Is there an easy way for me to get some of that stuff? That lets me take a random one. Let's see, do I have anything? No, wood. I have nothing with wood in my hand that I can play on my turn. I could discard 2 cards. I don't like discarding stuff, so I probably won't take these. So these ones I'm probably not keeping for sure because the abilities require me to discard. Wild action, every time I take a wild action I get a point. I kind of like that as my ability to tuck, just to give me a little bit of extra thing going there. And the other card that I want to keep, I will keep this one. So I'll keep these 2, discard the rest, and we're going to get going. So we're going to start the game here. I'm going to roll these, and we'll assign the dice onto this area just so it's easy to kind of see how I grab them grouped together. Remember, if we roll 6 of a single value, which we did, we have to re-roll. So we're going to re-roll. Okay. 2s, lots of 2s. Okay, so we're going to start the game, and I'm going to probably try to go up this track so I can utilize this the best and get some stuff built. So I'm going to try to go for yellow stuff. Now, for me to do anything with yellow, I'm going to need at least take this and then take some of these grays because I'm going to take a black so I can make sure I can do an offering somewhere. But we're going to take this yellow as our first die we're drafting. And I do have this wood, which will make this the first boat for free, but I've got to get these things out. So I've got to try to go up on this track and do some stuff. So where do we want to go? This is being a 4, so it's likely I'll take this. I might end up taking this 6, so I'm not going to take this red. So it'll be one of my first 2 actions, whatever I do. Let's try to get some more cards maybe. So we'll go there. We'll see what the bot's going to do. So we're going to, I have to pick a thing to not tribute to this round. Okay, so I cannot do an offering to that god. Okay, so the bot's going to look for the lowest gray die. And they're going to place this out on the build action. Okay, we're going to take this 3. I think I want to go, hold on. Do I want to go, I want to get one of my boats built for sure. Yeah, we could go here. Or do I want to play something? I'd like to maybe get a card played. Let's go here, give myself a few options. Okay. They're going to go for the highest valued red die on this action. My abilities that I kept is if I take a 3 or 4, I get to draw a card, and if I take the expand action, I get a money. So those are some other things I've got going on for myself. Okay, finally we're going to we'll take this yellow too. It doesn't really matter. And I'm actually going to use this to, I don't want to do 3 builds. We'll go here. They're going to take the lowest valued red die, and they're going to go here, which will push themselves. And then finally we're going to take, I'll take this 4. So I'm going to get to draw some cards here and get some tributes. I'm going to build. We'll go there. Okay. And then finally, they're going to take the highest valued blue die, putting it on the expand action, which will go there. Okay, so we're going to do tracks. Of course, they don't care about tracks, but we have a value of at least 9 in yellow because the gray is going to count for yellow. So you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We go up, take a random permanent goods tile, which will be another wood, which is great. Since our second wood, we'll move on this twice. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our turns here. So I have to draft my highest value die. I've got 2 options for 4s. So I'm going to take this one. It's going to let me take 3 cards from here, and do 2 tributes, or take a red card. I think I want this card as one of my cards. This cost me. This is wood. But the build action gives me a temporary good. I like this one. So we're going to take this card. And I'll take one from the top of the deck. We'll just kind of see. Okay. Then I'm going to get 2 tributes. So these get placed face up or face down in my area, and they can be used for doing the offerings or whatever. And that's my go. Okay. The bot is going to take this. So they're going to get 5 points. And they're going to take the highest value card, which will be this one. I'll just set it over here. All right, that's done. Okay, so now we're going to be able to build. We have to take a 4, and we get to make this offering. This can happen before or after our action. So I have 2 here to do an offering, and it has to be for the build one. So I can get the 2 weapons, or I can spend 2 to get a warrior and put 1 down. And I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to spend my 2, which just get discarded. And I get to gain 1, and then I can put somebody down. We'll put them down there. I'm going to build a boat. So the boat's going to be free. That boat I'm going to put on... How much does it cost to go here? I'm going to put it here for money. And then because my wood, it's free, but we're going to go there for our boat. And then I think that's all. Oh, and I get to go up on a track. So I'm going to go up on this track, which will let me advance my boat for free. Okay. The AI is going to take their next die, which will be this 4. They're going to take the highest valued cards, place it into their area, slide these down. We have to take this as a wild. We get a victory point. And then we're going to take that as a wild. And I was going to build again, but I'm going to have to move to build. So we're going to spend a weapon to move here. And then we're going to build out we're going to take 3-2 build action. So the first build action will do this for 6, which goes there. Gets me 2 money and a card. And the card that I'm going to take is going to be this one. No. This one. No, this one. And then, so that's the first thing I do. The second thing I'm going to do for a build action is I can build one of these out again for free. And this will go, I'm going to spend 2 money. No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the free one. I'm going to go here for free because it doesn't cost me anything. We'll go there. And then I got my point already. Perfect. Okay. Okay, the bot's going to take their next turn. They've got 2 2s, so they're tied. So they're going to go for... No, they have this. Sorry. They have this first. I have a 2. They go here. They get 5 points because of that symbol. And they're going to do 2 expand actions. So when they expand, we're going to draw a token out of here. So it's going to be... They're going to look to see, do they have... on this space, do they have anybody there? They don't, so they send 2 and they battle. So they're going to remove this for 4 points. And then we're going to do it again. Whoops. On this symbol, do they have anybody there? Nope. So they send 2 and they will battle again for another 2 points. And then battling makes them lose somebody, so they overall net 1 warrior there. that back in their bag. Okay, we're going to get 3 expand actions, or 6 expand actions, sorry, with our 2. So, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to spend 2 weapons to take this see people thing. I get to draw 3 cards. So we're going to... We are going to... I think... I'm going to take this, because if I can boost up wilds, they give me weapons. That's 1. I'll take 2 cards from top of the deck. Okay. And then they're going to take 3 build actions. So we'll draw from their bag again on what they're going to build. Okay, so build action number 1. They're going to look to see here. They have 1 person there, and then they attempt to build a building or a house thing, but I already have 1, so they're going to use that to build this, and this gets removed. Build action number 2. They're going to go here. They have no things there, otherwise they have 1 here, so they're going to use it to build this. Gets them 5 points. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not the same token. Never mind. So undo that real quick. 1. First action would go here. The second action would be build out, and the third action would be go to place a person back out there. Okay, sorry about that. Had that kind of goofed up. It's only 1 token for the entire build action points. Okay, so we've done all that. We're going to do income now. So for income, we're going to check their cards and move on the appropriate spots here. So they're going to go up on that. Oh, that's the wrong one. They're going to go up on that, on that, on that, and on that. So they get to go up on all 3. Lovely. Okay. All right. I need to, if I get my house built, my thing built out, we'll be really good on that spot. I don't know about this one happening, but I can try to get this one too, because I'm already 1 away from that as well. Our income's going to happen. We're going to get a 1.5 money. And then we're going to look here. I get to tuck a card, which I didn't even play any cards this turn, so I don't want to spend victory points to tuck one. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know that it's worth me doing that. I get a weapon. And then here, I get to draw a card, which maybe I do want to do that. Actually, I am. I'm going to draw a card from this effect, and then I'm going to use this and spend 2 points to tuck this. Like that. Okay, we'll do that. I get to move up on one of these tracks for free. Oh, I should have done that first. But we'll go up. We'll go up this track for free. I'll get to take one of these tiles, take a second card. So I'll just take a second card off the top of the deck, and I'm going to get to pay 2 weapons to go up the blue track. Pay 2 weapons for a tribute, or place a person out and do that. I'm going to take the 2 weapons for the blue track, and then my other income. So I got my 2 things there, and I got a weapon from that one. Okay, I think I got everything there. Okay, I got a bunch of cards in my hand. Okay, so now we're going to do the next round. I'm going to remove this, choose one of these, which will be that one's not going to let me do anything for that. We're going to, we remove their cards. We're going to redo this. Move on to the second round. We also got 4 extra warriors, but I don't know if that really matters. I didn't mention that earlier, but we do have them. All right, so let's go ahead and get going here. So the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to draft the lowest die value, which will be this, and they're going to place that on this action. I have to have dominance in 5 areas in order to get this. So I've got dominance in 2, but I need more warriors. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I might have to forgo that one, as long as I can get the other ones much more quickly. Do I have anything that'll get me a permanent good of my choice? No, I have some stuff that'll get me some temporary goods, which we may have to figure out how to do, but it is what it is. Okay, we're going to take, I need to go up on the yellow track like I mentioned, so we'll take this yellow 6, and we'll go here with the thought that we're probably only going to play 1 card this round, but that's okay. They're going to take the highest value red die, and they're going to go here. we're going to take the... So I want 3s and 4s. So we'll take this 4 here, this gray 4, and we will... I mean, I could build 3 things. I need to be able to build this, but I don't have the funds for it. And I don't have the temporary goods even to make that happen. I don't know that I want to build. We're going to definitely take a wild action, and we'll kind of figure out what we want to do with it. They're going to take the highest valued yellow die. They're going to go here, which is going to bump me, which is exactly what I thought might happen. I'm going to take... Maybe give myself a little bit of an option here to go up another track. Actually, I'm going to take this 3. We might not take any black dice this round. We'll go here. They're going to take the lowest value die, which they won't take this. So they'll take one of these two. Then they take the one with the least number, which will be the blue one. And then they're going to place it in the build action, which will go there. And then we're going to use our last one to take this 5, because that way it'll let me... No, I'm not going to be able to go up on both tracks. No, I'll take this 6. And I can go up on 2 tracks, but I take this 6. So with this 6, do I want to take another wild action and get the tribute bonus? Maybe I do, and just get some tribute set up. Okay, so there's that. So we're going to do... Wait, what am I missing here? Track. So I get to go up on the yellow track because I've got this, and then the green track with those two. So that lets me go up and get 3 money. Yellow track lets me build. I'm going to build one of these and I get to remove one of these to build this here. It gives me a money. Okay. All right. So the bot's going to take their first action. It's going to be a 5. They're going to take this one, do 3 builds. So again, we'll pull out the little deal here, and it's going to be on this location. So the bot has, so does the bot have anybody there? It does. Does it have, can it build a building or a farm? It can't, so it goes up on its track and it's going to do it 3 times. The track with the most victory points will be this one, so 1, 2, 3. That's their build action done. We have to take a 6, so I'll take this 6 to play a card. It's going to let me go up on a track. We'll go up on this track, which will let me take a good of my choice. We'll take this, which is our 3rd one, which means I get to get 1 movement on this and a red card. It also means that I immediately get to score the 10 points for that, which means they can only get 3 points at the end of the game for it. So we've at least... Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. This one. Okay. And I get to play a card. So... I could tuck something for free. Maybe we're going to do this. This will cost us 6. Do I want to do this? No, maybe I don't. This will cost me 7. But I'm going to spend this to make it 4. So I get change. That's going to let me get a random goods token. So I'm going to pull them off from the side here. Oh, nice. Perfect. And I get 1 movement on income for that. That's great. So that was my action. The bot's going to take their other build action, which is also going to award them 5 points. They get 1 action point for building. Okay. So we're going to look here. Do they have anybody there? No. So they send a person there, attempt to build a thing. They can't do a farm. So that's all they do. Okay. Because the farm's already there and my house is already there. All right. So now we're going to take this. I get a tribute. And I get 1, and I get a victory point because it's a wild. And then I get 1 other action. Okay. I'm going to spend my 2 weapons to move up on this track. It'll give me 2 of these. This is done, but I'm going to set that to the side. So with my 1 action, what do I want to do? Do I want to play another card maybe? Yes, we're going to play a card. We're going to play this for 6. It's going to let us put somebody down and then move somebody. I'm going to move this person here. Okay. AI is going to take their next action, which is this, which is going to be 3 cards. So 1, 2, and 3. We're going to take our 4, which is another victory point because it's a wild, and then I'm going to take 2 of something. I'm going to build. Wait, can I build? It cost me 9 money. I'm going to go through all my money here. We're going to discard 1, 2, oh, this goes back in my bag. That's 2, so 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm going to discard 2 cards and my 7 money to build out my last house here, which will go there, which gets me a red card and a weapon. That's my first building action. My second building action is for my last boat, which cost me 2 money, but I get a -1 discount for this. So I'll discard a card for that, and I'll discard this to get the 1 money that I need because to place here. Now that I've got all 3 of my boats, that's another 10 points for me, and they can't get any higher than that. So, okay, and that was a 4, so it gets me another point. And it was a wild because I already got that one. Okay, nice. Okay. The bot's going to take their last action of the round, which will be this. They're going to get 3 expand actions. So the first one will be on the metal looking thing. So do they have people there? They're going to battle, so they're going to spend 4 money, or get 4 points, and they're going to battle and take this. That gets removed. Second one. It's going to be that one. Do they have anybody there? They do. Do they have less than we do? They do, so they send 1. And then finally, here, do they have somebody there? They do. They pull them off for 5. Okay. And then I have our last action here, which will be take 4 expand actions. It's a 3, so I get a victory point. Now the question is, do I want to? If I go up on this track, I can at least get to where I get more points, or I can go up on this track to go up on 2 of these on income. I guess I don't know which one's more important for us to do. I mean, I feel like scoring may be better. Yeah, I'm going to go up on this track. Okay, so we're going to get 4 expand actions. So we get 2. I get to bring this guy here, and I'm going to move this one into here. Dang, if I had one more person, I have my 5 dominance, and I would actually get that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's the end there. So now we're going to go into scoring. So we'll do income first. So on income, we're going to get our 2 points and 6 money. Let's do their income first. So their income is going to be yellow pot, which they can't get any higher on. Red pot, we don't have. Blue pot, they get to the top. So, okay. So our best, we can only get 3 here. They're going to get 10 for that and 3 and 3 on that. They can't move up any of those any higher, so we don't have to consider that anymore. Income. 6 money, 2 points. I get to go up on 1 track for free. We'll go up on this one for free. I take one of these. I'll take that for this round. I get 2 points for that income. I get 2 card draws. I'll just take 2 from the top. Do I want 2 from the top? I'll take 2 from the top. We're going to get our 2 weapons here, and we'll get to tuck 1 card. The card that I'm going to tuck is going to be this one, so I get to draw a card every time I pull a 3 or 4. That's still up there. And then I think that's it. Income here, income here. Oh, I got to get my weapon for that one too. Okay, so income's done. We're going to go into scoring. So scoring, we're going to score for our farms. They have 4 points. I have 1 farm, which is 2 points. Then we're going to score for dominance and presence. So no presence and dominance. I have dominance here, so it's 4 points for me because where I am on this track. Here I've got dominance. That's another 4 points for me. He has 2 for presence. I have dominance here, so another 4 points. He gets 2. I have dominance here. So it's another 4 points. And then he's got nothing here, and then he's got dominance here, which is 4 points for him. His mark will move up to the next space. And then we're going to remove this deck. And do the next one. Although I forgot to do, I need to score them one of their scoring things. So this should have happened beforehand, so it's my fault. So they're going to score one of the top things, and there's depending on the tile. So they're going to score 2 points for the space they were on, and they were on this one because we do it before we do the scoring phase, so they're going to score 4 points for that. Because they're going to score this, and the only track that they're on is that track. So, okay. All right, we're first player again, which I never really moved the first player marker, but we are first player again. This will be here, so I'm not going to be able to get that. And then we're going to re-roll the dice and get going here. Okay. Okay, 6, 6. There's a 6 and another 6. Some 5s. Some 4s and a 2. Okay. Now I got to get these out so I can get to the top of those boat tracks. All right. So to build those, we just need to do it so we have all 3 of these out, so we can build them there. But they require like copper or whatever that symbol is. Okay, so we're gonna take a die, and I'm gonna try to. I'll take this first. We'll use this on here because it's likely gonna get pushed over. No, I don't want to do that. I'll go here because I know I'll probably get pushed over for that one, so that's fine. Okay. The bot's going to take the highest valued gray die, which will be a 4. Thank goodness I took that before they did. And they're going to go here. We're going to take this 4 for ourselves, so I can at least get 1 movement on this track. I will use that for a wild. They're going to take the lowest valued gray die, which is the last 4 here on build. Ugh. Okay. We're going to take this 4 black die and do it for this action as well. They're going to take the highest valued yellow die and put that on build. They can't do it on build. They can't go here, so they're going to go here. I have plenty of cards, so I don't need to do anything with that. We're going to take our last die. It's going to be a black die. And I can't do for that action, but expand I could do and spend... I want to be able to... Oh, I'm going to play a card. Never mind. I am going to play a card this turn, or 3 cards, I guess. So maybe I will go here just to get more cards in case I want to use it for money to play cards. Okay, and then they're going to take their last action to take the highest valued or lowest valued red die, which is only 1. They can't go there, they can't go there, so they go here, pushing me off to the side. Great. Okay. All right. So tracks. I can go up 2. I can go up in yellow, which is going to bump me up on this. So now I can do this ability where I can move up any 2 tracks for free. With no, well, it's actually it just says for free, so I don't think I have to pay the weapons cost either. Let me make sure that's correct. Yeah, without paying any cost. Nice. Okay. So we are now going to take our turns, and I get to go first. So I think I'm gonna spend this to get 2 more tributes, which will just go face down in our area. We're gonna take this one first. We'll gain a tribute, and we'll get to take 2 cards. And the 2 cards I'm gonna take are gonna be this one and this one. And then on that action, I am going to spend 1 tribute to get a good of my choice, a permanent good of my choice, so that gets discarded. The permanent good I'm going to take is going to actually be this, which will move me once on this track. Okay, that's the our turn. The bot's going to take their turn. They have a 5. So we're going to take the highest victory point cards, which will be this one, and this one. Put it in their pile. They got no face down cards. I mean, they're going to here in a bit, but they didn't get any before. Okay, we have to take our other 6. So our other 6 is this. I get to go up on a track. The track I'm going to go up is going to be this one, so I can tuck 2 cards at the end of the round. The card that I'm going to play is going to be... Let's see, what can I play here? I've got a lot of options. This lets me build for 6. So we'll play this. We'll play this to build for 6. And then I get to build. I'm going to build this out. And it's going to go here. It's going to give me a red card. Let's take one from top of the deck and a weapon. And I think that's it. Okay. Okay, the AI is going to take a 4. So they're going to build. They're going to get 3 build actions. So we'll pull 1 tile for that. So for building, they're going to look at this space. Do they have anybody there? They don't. So they place out here. They put this here for 5. Then they would remove this for this, and then they would place out another person. Okay, that's their 3 build actions. We have 2 here, so we're going to take this one first to gain a tribute, and then we can offer to any, and I also get a card draw and a victory point, and another victory point for a wild. Let's take another card from top of my deck. Or actually, hold on. Do I want to take... I'm going to take this card. I can't really play anything this round. I'll take this card. Okay. That's for this action. So then I can pay a tribute, and then I can also so I can't tribute here, which is fine, but I can do any of these 3. And I think what I might want to do, honestly, is pay 2 to tuck a card for free from our hand, and we're going to tuck this one, the one I just picked up. So whenever I draft a black die, I get a point and a tribute. And then the action I'm going to take is going to be... I think I want to take a build action. So I get 1 build action, and I have... I'm going to build one of these, so I need to discard 3 cards for money. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. I'm going to discard these 3 cards. For my 3 money plus the 3 money discount I get on this, which will go here, which gets me a person and a weapon. Okay, and then I forgot about my free action. So like I can spend 2 weapons here to fight sea peoples on this one to get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then I gave myself my victory points for the being a wild and stuff. Yep, I did all that. Okay. The bot's going to take this. They get 5 points. 1 build action. Oh, I got to put this back in their bag. They're going to attempt to build here. So they have people here. They can't build. They already have this here, so they're going to go up on a track. They'll go up on this track. It's going to get them 6 points. There we go. We take our last action of the round, which will again give us 1 point, 2 points, and a card draw. So 2 points and a card draw. We'll take a card from the... I'll take a card from top of the deck, I guess. Okay. Now the question is, what do I want to do? I might take an expand action. Yes, because we're going to go here and here, right? Then I'm going to spend a weapon. Oh, shoot. I'm going to spend a weapon to go here and spend a weapon to go here. And that gives me dominance in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regions. There's 3 points. 1, 2, and 3. And then that'll be my go. They take this, which will get them these cards face down. Whoops. Okay, we do income now. They can't, like, everything is done with this. No, there's more moving on that. So our income is going to be 2 points and 6 money. It's going to be 2 weapons, 2 tucks. So this is when I take a wild, discard 2 cards to go up the lowest track I have, and then if I take an expand action, I get a money. So I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. I'm going to move up on 2 different tracks here. So the first track I'm going to move up is on this one. The second track I'm going to move up is on this one. So I get to take one of these tiles. I'm going to take the 4 money tile. And then on income, I get 2 cards, 3 points, and 2 weapons. So 1, 2, 3, 2 cards, and 2 weapons. Okay. Let's go into the last round here. So we'll take a tile from here. So that one gets blocked off, which is fine. We're going to reroll. And the bot is first player. Okay. 5 fours. 2 there. That's here, 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 and here. All right. Okay, so drafting time. They're going to take the highest blue die, and they're going to go here. I've got a ton of cards, and I need a lot of stuff played, if possible. And I also need to utilize my gifts here. So, and I want to take some wild actions so I can get to go up on some tracks. And so there's a lot of stuff I kind of want to do. So I'm going to go for the black dice. I'm not too concerned about this stuff. Actually, we'll take this 4. We'll go here. Highest valued gray die. We'll go here. I do need to get one of the... I'd like to get that built out if I can. But maybe getting another farm built out would be beneficial. We'll take it the other black die here, and then maybe I can go up on another track with something else. And we'll take it to go there. Highest valued die, it'll be this one. I'll go here. Which now I can't go up on any track with what I have. So we're going to just go ahead and utilize the black dice as much as possible and do stuff with that. We're going to go there. And then finally, they're going to take the lowest blue die. Where's their thing at? Their purple thing. Oh, one of these is mine. It's this one. That's mine. I'm confused. Okay. They're going to place this on here. And then we're going to take our last action. It doesn't. The only thing that's going to matter is where I'm going to go. But I'll go ahead and take this on a wild because then that way I can get the most bang for my buck here. Okay, so tracks. Nobody goes up on any tracks, and we're going to get into the stuff here. So I'm going to remove their cards because we're basically done with these because they can't go up on those anymore. Okay. So first things first, they do their highest value die. It is going to be this 5, so they get 3 expand actions. So expand action number 1. Do they have anybody in that region? They do. They have less than we do, so they're going to put somebody there. Expand action number 2. Do they have anybody in that region? They do not. So they send 2, and then they attempt to battle, but they can't battle. And then finally, number 3. They have somebody in that region, but they have less than us, so they're going to place that there. Okay, that's their go. Our go now, we have to do one of our 6s, which is the only one we have. So we have this 6. So the first thing we get to do is we get to get a tribute and a victory point for this ability. Then I'm going to probably play that, but I want to play a card first. I've got 6 money to play a card. Can I go up on tracks? I don't particularly love my cards either. Okay, we're going to do this. This will cost me 12. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to spend this for 4 money. Don't let me forget to do that. Okay, do we want to do our tribute first? Is there something that would be beneficial for me to work with here? I'm going to spend one of these to take this action, which is going to get me a random blue tile, which will be this, which I can activate next turn, because I think I can only one per turn. Yeah, I can do once per turn, so I can do that next round. Okay. The card that I'm going to play is going to be... Any of this stuff's cheap. This cost me 5 to play. This cost me 3 to play, which lets me play another card. I can play this for 4, which lets me move 3 people, and then I can put 2 people down, which I'm not super in love with. That's going to cost me 11. I think I'm going to do this one. So it's going to cost me 12, which I have 2 money, or I have 10 money here. Plus, I'm going to discard 2 cards for the rest of the money. This one and this one, I guess. This is probably not a good idea, but then I'm going to get 3 random of these goods tiles. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is my second. It's my first one of these, so I move once on this. It's my second one of these, so I move 2, and it's my second one of these, so I move 2. Okay. So that may be able to help play other cards a little easier at the beginning of the next turn. Okay, so that's our action. Oh, and I didn't go up on a track. I need to go up on a track. We'll go up on this track. Get 2 weapons. Okay, their highest die value is going to be a 4. They have to make a choice between... Let's see, what's their turn order? So they're going to do 3 builds. So where are they going to try to build? Okay, so... Do they have anybody here? They do. They have a farm there, so they're going to go up on this track 3 times. They're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's their turn. Our go is going to be to take this. So we get to get a tribute, or whatever it is. Is that what it's called? Is that what I said it's called? Yeah, we're going to get a tribute. We'll get a victory point. We'll get another victory point for it being a 4. We'll also get take a card draw. We'll also, because it was a while, we get a victory point, and then because we can discard 2 cards, go down on our lowest track. So I'm gonna discard this card and this card. I'm gonna discard these 2 cards to go up on this track, which lets us tuck something or let us draw a card, and I'm gonna use it to draw a card, or 2 cards actually, a red card and another card. Okay, so we get 2 actions on this wild. I think as a free action, I'm going to first spend this to... Oh, and I do my tribute. Okay, hold on. I'm going to spend this as my free action. It's going to get me a random tile. That's going to be another one of these, which is my 4th one, so I get to go over twice. Okay, so that was my first... That was that. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to do this See Peoples, which lets me build. And I'm going to build this first. No, I'm going to go up on one of these tracks. I'm going to go up on these tracks. So I get a build action. I'm going to go up on that track. Okay. No. This one will let me go up it with a minus... Oh, yeah. No, -1 discount. So I got to discard 1 card for that. It's fine. So that was my build action from completing that tile. I still haven't taken my 2 free actions yet. Or my 2 wild actions, whatever they are. And I still have to spend for my tribute. So, for my actions, I am going to... I think I might expand. I'll go here, and then I'll come down to here. And then I still have to do my tribute bonus, and I'm going to use it for spending a tribute to go up on my lowest track, which will be this one, which will give me 2 warriors, and then I can place 1 down here. I took this action. Okay. The bot's going to have a lot going on. The bot's going to take a 4. It's going to get them the highest value card in the offer. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's going to just put this face down. Okay. We're going to take this, so it gets us another tribute. Because of this action. It's also a black die, so I get a tribute and a victory point. I get a victory point for it being a 4. I get to draw a card. I get to get another victory point, and then I get to discard 2 cards to go up on my lowest track, which will be this card that I just drew. And I don't really care about what I have in my hand because it's kind of crazy, so I'm gonna discard these 2. And we're going to go up on my lowest track, which is this one, which is 5. Okay, I'm going to save this money because I want to try to play cards next round. So I do get to do an offer. Do I do that one again in order to go up on another track? Yes, I'm going to spend this to go up on this track because it's my lowest track. And then for my action, I'm going to take 1 something. It's going to be an expand action, and I'm going to come out here, and then I'm going to spend 4 weapons to fight these people to go up on a track of my choice. And it'll be this one to give me 3 more weapons. Okay. They're going to take their last turn, which is this, which will get them the these 3 cards to put face down. And then our last go is going to be that. So we're going to take this die. It'll play 3 cards. So, again, we get a tribute and a victory point. We will get a victory point and a card draw because of the 4. And then I get to do my action. And because I'm going to spend 2 for this ability to gain 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2 or 4 victory points. Go around there, and then we're going to play 3 cards. So the cards that I'm going to play, what are they going to be? This will cost me 4 to play, which lets me get 3 movements, and if I have 2 things, I can put 2 people down. It's worth 4 victory points at the end. This will cost me 6 to play, which lets me, if I have 2 buildings, I can basically take something from my hand and put it underneath, which might not be a bad idea for the points. It's going to cost me 6, though, which is kind of expensive. That gets me 2 weapons. This lets me place somebody out. This is going to cost me 5. Is it worth getting people out on the board? So I have dominance here, dominance here, dominance here, presence here, and presence there. I'm not going to be able to play a bunch of cards, but I'm going to see if I can. Maybe I can just see what I can do here. This will cost me too much. This costs me 5. Play somebody and get a weapon. This costs me 2 or 3 to play a card, which doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess I could do it to play a card and then just play another card, but I'm going to play 3 cards anyway. This costs me 7. This costs me 6 to play another card and get a weapon per wall I have built. This lets me, if I have 2 things, I get to tuck something from my hand. I'll get 2 tucks, so I can do that to basically maximize my points. So we'll get to do this for 6. So I'm going to discard a card for another money, but that's 5 money. And I'm going to discard... Well, hold on. Let me see how many things I can discard. Because can I play another card out is going to be the question. To play another card, what else would I need? I would need 4. If I wanted to play this card out, I would need 4 money. So I could discard 5 cards to get 5 money. And I get to tuck something from this ability. So I'm going to tuck something that's more valuable. Okay. So we're going to discard 5 cards for 5 money. And then I had 5 money, right? So I'm going to play this for 6, because I get a 3 discount off of this, which lets me tuck something from my hand for free, because I have 2 houses out. This gets tucked. Then I'm going to play this for 4, because I get the discount off of this and off of this, which lets me, if I have 2 sea peoples, which I have at least 2, I get to put out 2 people, and then I get to move 3. So I think I'm going to spend these 3 weapons to do this first, to get 4 points. This goes away. I'm going to put 2 people out, so 2. And then I'm going to move 1 person here, and then 1 person here, and here. Those are my 3 moves, and I'm done. So I think that's it. So that's going to be the game. We're going to do income. They have no income. We get 10 money. Oh, I get to go up on 2 tracks. Let me go up on my tracks real quick. So I get to go up on this one for free. I'm going to take one of these, which doesn't really matter. I guess I'll take that. That's 1 track I get to go up on. I get to go up on this one for free, which lets me take one of these. And again, that doesn't super duper matter. I'm going to do my income. So I get 2 weapons from over there, 3 weapons from here, so 5. I'll get to tuck 2 cards. So the 2 cards I'm tucking are these 2, which I'm just going to stick there because it's not going to matter. I'm going to so I got my 5 weapons. I get 4 points for here and 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 points for that one. And I think that's it. For income. So boom, boom. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so now we're going to do scoring. So let's shuffle these up, and they're going to get to score one of these things. So they're going to score. So let me see what they score, because it's different for them on that one. So for that one, they get 2 for each. Okay, the bot gains 2 victory points for each step in the ships took on the trade. The bot gets 2 victory points for each step its ships took on the trade routes. So it's going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So they're going to get 20 points for that. Holy cow, it's 82. And then we're going to go into this scoring here. So for farms, they got out 3 farms, which is going to be 8 points. I got out 1 farm for 2. Now we're going to do the Sea Peoples thing. How does the Sea Peoples thing work for them? We actually have some left on the board. So after the 4th round scoring farm, the bot battles all Sea Peoples in regions where it has dominance or is tied with you. Okay, well, it's not going to do that one. And then I could also fight that one if I wanted to, which I'm going to, because it's going to give me a bunch of... But when do I get to do that? Is that right now? No, we do dominance, and then we do the Sea Peoples thing. Okay, so we've done that. Then we're going to do the thing here. So here, they will score 5 points. I'll get 3. So 1, 2, 3. They get 5. Here, I get 5. Which gives me... Which gives me that. Actually, I get 6. I get +1 for my deal here. Here, we both... No, I have dominance, so they get 3. I get 6. Here, we tie, so we both get 3. They're at 100 now. Here, they get 5. And then here, I get 6 or 5. Wait, is it in the regions in which I... Oh, it's just wherever I have dominance, so I get 1 more. And then here we tie, so I get 3. He gets 3. Okay, and then we're going to do battles of Sea People. So I'm going to spend my 5 to battle this person and get 7 points for that, because I have dominance there. And then we're going to go into final scoring. So we'll do their final scoring first. For their final scoring, they're going to get we'll count their cards here. So 4, 8, 10, I'm sorry, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 28 from this. I'll go back to give them 30. Next, they're going to get 5, 10, 20, 30, 42. So gave them 2, then give them 40, 79. And then they're going to get 2 points for each step on the tracks, which we established is 20 points. So I'm going to give them 89, 99. I think that's everything. Oh, and they get the score for this. So they're going to get 10. They're going to get 16 points total. All right, so they got 215 as their total. Okay, we're going to do our scoring now. So that's their stuff done. Our stuff, we have our buildings here. So we get 4 points for this, and then another... we have 4 points for this, and then another 7 points for that, so 11. Next, we're going to get our boats, which none of them got to... Oh, we got that, never mind. We're going to get the points for the cards we've tucked. We get 1 point for this, because it's out here, but the cards we tucked. So 6, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, it's not bad. Then we're going to get a point for every 5 things left over. So we have we get 2 points. So 180. So we ended up with 180. I don't beat this bot a lot, even on easy. But 180 to 215, he kind of trounced me a bit. But that should give you a good idea what the expansion adds. So I really like what Board and Dice has been doing recently, where like the expansions are like, it's a small box, it's very cheap, it's like $15. It adds a very small element to the game, but I think it makes it, like for this game in particular, it makes the decision points more interesting, because I felt like before the black dice, you really had to get these tracks up, and like I took a lot of black dice, and there were cards that gave me benefits for taking the black dice. I was able to get the stuff from here, but I still went up on the tracks a decent amount. I think this is Stan Kordonsky's best design. It's my favorite game of his. And I just feel like the cards are I've talked about it ad nauseum about card play, but the cards are the most fun part about this game. And I just haven't been able to figure out the bot yet, because they score a lot of points. So I haven't been able to figure them out quite a bit yet. But anyway, that should give you a good idea of how the expansion works with the new stuff. If I eventually get my promos, we can do another playthrough of that at some point, or play this on very hard and see how that works out and see how much I get beaten by. But anyway, that should be it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.